everyone, and welcome back to Camping with Emmy. Well, it's been a minute since our last video, and a lot of things have happened since then. We have named our motorhome Frank, short for Frankenstein. The reason being, we had a leak spring up in the motorhome about a month ago, and it was in the back, in the bedroom area in the corner. And we knew when we purchased the motorhome that we needed to replace the roof, but we weren't going to do it till spring, until it warmed up, probably in May. So what we did is we scrambled and we bought some 4mm Visqueen and several rolls of painter's tape, and we got busy and we taped this Visqueen all over the roof of the motorhome, and by gosh, it has stayed dry. We have had snowstorms, we have had rainstorms, we had 50-mile-an-hour winds yesterday, and it has held, so that's great. However, our motorhome basically looks like Frankenstein on the outside, so hence the name, and we've been having a lot of fun calling our motorhome Frank. About a month ago, I started prepping to paint the motorhome, and we had a week of really nice weather that was in the 50s and 60s. So I got out here and I started spackling the walls and sanding them all down and washing the walls, washing the cabinetry, getting everything ready to paint. Then the following week it plummeted into the low 30s and we had a snowstorm. And I decided, no, I don't want to paint this week. I don't want to run the heater continuously. I want my paint to dry. I'll wait for it to warm up. So I spent a week working on the curtains for the motorhome and some upholstery work on the banquette cushions, and that will be our next video. But fast forward to the following week and it warmed back up again, so I got out here and I started taping everything off and started painting, and boy, what a difference paint makes. The walls in this motorhome look like $1,000,000, and I can't wait to show you how beautifully they turned out. So let's get started. I started by removing all of the cushions from the banquette out of the motorhome. Next, I sanded down any rough spots that we had on the walls. I removed any loose wallpaper, and then I spackled over the seams. There was also some bubbling on the walls, and this came from the factory, but I cut it out with an X-Acto knife, and then I used some spackling to cover it up. And this area, I believe, was a patch from the previous owners, and the wallpaper wasn't sticking well. So I cut all of the parts away that weren't sticking with my X-Acto knife. Next, I spackled some holes in the ceiling where I took down some tracking where they had a curtain there that you pulled across the bedroom. This area here also had some bubbling around the windows, and I cut it all away and spackled around it. Next, I sanded all the walls in the motorhome with 220 grit sandpaper. This is a very necessary step so that your paint will adhere to the walls nicely. Next, I took down all of the light covers from all of the lights in the motorhome, and I washed all of them out and took out any bugs and debris and things like that, and then I popped them all back into place. Then I took Crud Cutter and I washed all of the walls down, getting any residue from sawdust and dirt off of them. Then I took some Murphy's oil soap and some warm water, and I washed all of the wooden cabinetry all the way around the motorhome. Then I started taping, and I taped, and I taped, and I taped, and it took an entire day to tape everything off in this motorhome. And although I didn't show it, I did wash all of the windows and all of the screens as well. I started by cutting in everything around the ceiling first. And then I cut in around everything on the walls. This is a board that the previous owners had installed in the motorhome, and they used it with bungee cords to hold things in place like when you were driving down the road, like lawn chairs, bicycles, things like that. I thought that was a great idea, so we kept it. Next, I started rolling the ceiling. And then I rolled all the walls. Then came the time to peel away all of the tape, and this took an entire day to peel all of the tape off around everything in this motorhome. I used an exterior paint by Sherwin-Williams. I did 2 coats of paint on the ceiling and 3 coats of paint on the walls, and I think they turned out beautifully. I could not be happier with the end result. Please like and subscribe so you will be notified when our next video comes up, which is going to be doing some upholstery work on the banquette cushions and making curtains for the windows. And as always, Rick and I would like to thank you all so much for watching today's video. We love and appreciate you all. And so until next time, let's remember to be kind and be loving and to lift each other up and help make this world a better place. And I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.